this is Andrew from anewsong.com and welcome to this guitar tutorial. It's the second in a series looking at the Easter song Hallelujah, I Know He Lives, and we're using this song as really an excuse to explore the whole idea of capos. And in the first video we looked at the basic, straightforward, full capo. So if you're relatively new to the whole concept of using a capo, then why not go back and check out the first video in the series. If you're already quite familiar with capos, then let's dive in and take a look at this topic, which is the short cut or partial capo. It's called that because rather than going across the whole of the neck, across all 6 strings, it's much shorter and is designed to just go across 3 of the strings. You can put it on one way to raise just the 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings on the guitar, and if we put it on there at the 2nd fret, you'll notice we've really formed the chord of A major. Now we're going to look at my preferred way of using the shortcut partial capo, which is to put it on the other way up, again at the 2nd fret. And what this does is it effectively forms the chord of E sus4. So I guess one of the questions might be, why use this kind of capo? Why not simply retune those strings on the guitar and create an alternative tuning instrument? Well, for me it's about speed and convenience. It means that if during playing live I need to access this kind of tuning, I can simply put the capo on and quickly retune and check the tuning on the instrument without having to spend a long time retuning up those strings. The other point to consider is that most alternative tunings work best, I think in my opinion, by tuning strings down. So if you think about the tuning, say dadgad, both the E strings are dropped down to a D and the B string is dropped down to an A. That's probably more effective because what you're doing is you're releasing tension on the strings, not putting them under more tension. So they're more likely to stay in tune at their new pitch. Whereas if you raise a string in pitch, you're putting it under more tension, and you're going to find it's more likely to want to revert to its original pitch and pull the instrument back out of tune as it tries to get back to where it was before. So most of the alternative tunings that are common, and certainly the ones that I know and like to play with, rely on tuning strings down. What the partial capo enables us to do is effectively, quickly tune certain strings up. So you might be asking yourself, what's the point of this kind of tuning? And what's the use of a permanent E sus4 chord? Well, what it does is, with those strings permanently depressed, it opens up a whole other world of chord possibilities. Different shapes and different sounds, and some of these new chord shapes are really nice and simple in that they can be played with just 1 or 2 fingers. For example, here is an E and here's an A, and you'll probably notice a much more open ringing quality to those sounds. And as you'll hear with other chords, it's possible to create kind of nice drone effects which sound very folky. That's probably particularly noticeable if I play the dominant, or chord 5, which in the key of E is B, and I can play that with just these 2 strings, and there's that droning E string setting up some nice clashes. Now, here's another chord that I use quite regularly. It's the 2 minor 7, so in the key of E, that's F sharp minor 7, and this one takes a bit more dexterity. One finger has to go effectively behind the capo and clamp down on the 6th string there, and my little finger goes on the 5th string like that. So those are some nice chord shapes in the key of E. but how do I play in other keys? Well, that's where the whole 2 capo thing comes into effect. What I'm going to do is use this shortcut capo in conjunction with an ordinary capo, and what I can do is put the full capo on at the 3rd fret and then the shortcut capo on at the 5th fret. And what we've done is we've raised the whole pitch of the instrument by 3 semitones. So now when I form those chords, we're playing in the key of G. So that's G, C, D and A minor 7. So next time we'll put all of those together and look at playing the song Hallelujah, I Know He Lives. Until then, if you found this useful, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. If you click on the little bell icon, then you'll be notified the next time we do one of these. Until next time, thanks for watching.